But I want to pivot a little bit. I want to talk about the video game that represents the NBA, and that is NBA 2K26. The game is coming out, I believe, next week. So I want to just talk about a little bit. Are we going to pick up the game or not? Are we excited for the game? And why are we excited? Why are we not excited for the game this year? So I want to show you some things. I want to show you real quick. I saw some stuff on Twitter. I bookmarked it. So let me share my screen real quick. Give me 1 second. But I find this funny because this has been a theme for 2K over the years. And that is taking something away that people like and then bringing it back years later. So if you see on the screen, they brought back All-Star Team Up. I forget how long they removed All-Star Team Up and they brought it back. I don't remember the last time that All-Star Team Up was on 2K before they brought it back in 2K26. Oh, it has?
I want to say it's been since like the pandemic.
Wow, I didn't know that. Wow. But yeah, they took it away and they finally brought it back. I do remember a bunch of streamers when streamers were actually playing games, were playing that game like crazy. Like a bunch of NBA 2K streamers. And I would enjoy it. It was really funny. But they brought it back, and here's the problem. They brought it back for my team. You know the mode where you have to pay to play? Yeah, that mode. So you can't play it for free. You have to actually you have to pay, get some cards, and if you want to enjoy the game, if you don't want to play with sorry players, you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay in packs.
What they should have done was did like how Madden did all these years with draft champs. At least be able to draft, like have a selection of cards that you could use, that you could choose from. You could like higher tier, lower tier cards or whatever, and then you could play with those cards. They just use my team as the medium. But the fact that you have to use your actual team to do this is a complete 18 steps backwards.
You know what's crazy? They did have something like that years ago. I forget what game. I forgot what 2K they had it. Maybe it was 22. Nah, I didn't play 22. Maybe it was 21 or 20. I forget. But they did have something like they did have a draft champs type of mode that they random cards and you can select that card and you can play with those. But for whatever reason, they're just like, no, we're just going to do All-Star Team Up. We're going to bring that back, but we're going to put it on my team, and people are going to love it. But that wasn't what made All-Star Team Up great. It's the fact that we can play with any player that we want, and it was a free mode.
Yeah.
You know? But anywho, more things about NBA 2K26. Let's see here. Oh! Let's see. Where is it? Oh, the rebounding. They put a shot timer. Well, not a shot timer, but they put a release on rebounding. Interesting. That was another thing I saw.
I think they just gave it a visual cue. Because I think you always had the time rebounds and stuff. They just, for some reason, wanted to put an indicator on it.
Yeah. Another thing that they brought back, OG Parks. OG Parks are back. Another thing they got rid of. Oh my gosh. Isn't that great? All right. Let me see if there's anything else. So Rep is back in 2K26 with new rewards. Climb through rookie, starter, veteran, legend tiers to unlock cap breakers, boosters, animation, VC, and more. And let's see. What else? That has nothing to do. All right. So yeah, that's all the information that I wanted to show because, 2K, they're always going to show like, oh, here's a new animation. Here's like whatever.
Here's more sweat.
Yeah, more sweat. Okay, so am I excited for 2K26? Am I going to buy the game? Hell no. Matter of fact, I haven't bought a new 2K since 2K23. You know why? Because the game, what is there to be excited about? What new feature is going to make me want to play the game? It's the same crap every single year. It is literally pay to play now. I don't want to pay to play.
Literally pay to
I
play.
I don't want to have to play a game and have to put more money in order to enjoy the game. That's why I like college football 25, because you know why? College football 25, I can play was it I can play Dynasty mode, and I can play the other mode.
Road to
Those
Glory.
modes, Road to Glory, those two games. And if I want to get better, I'll just play against the computer in the regular versus mode, offline mode where you can play the computer, because I like doing that. And I'm good. But see, with 2K, not only will they remove certain modes that everybody enjoys, they will change the animations, they'll change certain things, they'll add certain things that is unnecessary to
There's like
make the
20
game.
different shot meters in the game now.
Bruh, they'll make the game more difficult. They're like, we're trying to make it more skill based. Brother, we don't need a shot timer for alley oops. I'm sorry, that is unnecessary. But it's to make it more, trying to
skill gap. Like, oh,
what yes. What did Brandon say? Brandon said some bullshit. Some trying to separate the trash people from the skilled people. Like, man, we don't need a timed alley oop. It's a video game. There's just certain things that are unnecessary. A timer for rebounding is unnecessary. I'm sorry. I just think that is a waste of time. Showing us the sweat on a player, who cares? And there's just other stuff that I just think is unnecessary that I don't have at the top of my head. But this is just this is what I don't like about the 2K NBA 2K franchise. Is that they add unnecessary stuff and they take away stuff that people love, and when they bring it back, it's not as good as what it once was.
It's always a caveat.
What is your thoughts? What is your thoughts on 2K26? Are you excited? Are you not excited? Will you ever play 2K again, etc.?
Look, listen, I haven't bought a 2K with my own money since 2K22. That was the last straw for me, because I really enjoyed 2K22 when it first came out, the first few months. Then they released the patch, and then it just became borderline unbearable to play. And I said, you know what? I'm done. I can't do this anymore. If I do buy 2K, I ain't playing Park, I'll tell you that much. Why would I spend $70 for the base game of 2K and then go spend another $50 to $100 just to upgrade my guy to a level to where he can compete online? That is insane to me. That's insane. You could go to a real NBA game for that price. Shoot, Wizards game, you could go probably to a couple of them at that price. That's just, I'm sorry, I can't do it. It's just too much time investment. They got regressing badge progress. I'm like, if I earn a badge, just let me keep the badge. Why am I losing badge points? It's silly. They just adding so much unnecessary stuff in the game. The game, in my opinion, basketball. Unfortunately, this is the only basketball game we really got people got to play, so they're just going to buy it regardless because they want to scratch that basketball itch, even though it's like the same crap every single year. But whatever. They just like, and then they bring it back all this old stuff. They trying to nostalgia bait the community, bring it back to, oh, look at the old parks, but the gameplay gonna be trash. It's not gonna be the same feel. It's like you putting a new paint of coat on a cracked wall. Like, no, the foundation is going to collapse. The house is going to fall. Putting paint over the cracks ain't gonna do nothing. And it's just like, in the barrier to entry to compete in that game is ridiculous. People talk about all this, skill. Your only skill is the fact that you spent $100 day one of the game to get your guy to an 80 plus overall, so you can immediately beat up on people in the park. Like, come on, man. Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it all the way funky. Because all this skill, the 2K community, they about the dumbest. Listen,
They
the
are. They
community
are.
for 2K are probably one of the most dumbest communities, video game communities I've seen. These folks will get up here, talk all this trash. Oh, 2K trash, man. It's the same. I'm tired of Ronnie 2, and then be the first ones to buy the next game. Like, what incentive do they have to change if you just gonna go out and buy it anyway, and then buy VC, and then y'all make multiple builds, so you buying even more VC? Like y'all, this is insane to me. Being the 2K defenders, why just let people enjoy the game? Okay, you go ahead, have fun with the game. But I bet not hear you complain about it. If you just want people to enjoy, you go ahead. I don't want to hear no complaints, no nothing. If you okay with buying slop year in and year out, then so be it. At least for me, I know I'm a Madden player, so I really don't got too much room to talk. But at least I can get on Madden. I could play Ultimate Team and not spend a single dime and still have a competitive team just by playing the market and stuff right. Good luck doing that on 2K. You're gonna look crazy.
Yeah, and another thing that I'll give EA credit for from Madden and college football, it's a lot of the same controls. Then if it is something different, it doesn't.
Now they did do something stupid this year.
What did they do? This is
They
Madden,
changed
right?
both. I think it's both. The reach forward and the truck on the same input, except if you hold the truck, hold the right stick up. It used to be you just truck, but now if you do it, he's going to reach for it. So you get caught tackling, reach for it, you could fumble the ball. Like, why would you put that on the same thing as the truck? That's the one thing out there that was stupid. But other than that, this is the best Madden gameplay we've had in quite some time to start the game. But
it's
yeah,
not
2K,
it's not a big adjustment. It's not like a huge adjustment. Like every year, it seems like 2K is trying to tweak something in terms of the gameplay. Like I remember they changed the direction. I think I remember one year, like 2K, they changed the direction of the crossover, like for the stick. I think it was like
I got on the game. I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, I was like, "Wait a minute, why is so?" It went from the right stick to the left stick. I'm like, what are we doing? Like that was so unnecessary. It's just some things that I'm just like, why would you change it? Oh, because we want to make it skill based. We want to not do the same thing. Try something different. I just think it's unnecessary. I think it's really unnecessary in that extent. So for me, I've been playing 2K23 a little bit, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't see what more 2K needs to do in terms of improving the gameplay, changing the gameplay. I feel like 2K23 is just fine. Why are you tweaking any of the gameplay? You know what they need to tweak? It's the way that the CPU guards on defense, because a lot of the players, a lot of my teammates that are computers, they don't hedge. They're not doing some of the things that I'm telling them to do when I'm putting in a defensive game plan. Like, hey, you got a hard hedge here. Hey, you got a soft hedge. Hey, you got a like the only thing that they understand is double team. They don't understand how to hard hedge, soft hedge, certain defensive principles that you're supposed to know. That's my problem with 2K. I don't know how 2K25, I don't know how 2K24, because I didn't play 2K24 or 25, and I'm not going to play 26. But one of the biggest problems with 2K has always been the CPU and defense. For whatever reason, my teammates don't know how to play proper defense when I game plan on the defense to tell them what to do. It's unbelievable. That's the only problem I have. But everything else, there doesn't really need to be much tweaking involved. Like the layup stuff is okay. I don't like the timer for the alley-oop. I think that's just dumb. I think that's very unnecessary. But for the most part, everything else is fine. And they just keep tweaking stuff, adding unnecessary stuff to make the game enjoyable to play. And then people will say, well, they're trying to make it to where you got to be skillful in order to play it. Like, no, man, they're just making it enjoyable to play. No matter what you say, they're just making it enjoyable. When I can play college football 25 and then play college football 26, and it's not much of an adjustment because it's practically the same mechanics. And I'm fine with that. And I love that. And it's cool and it's smooth and it's enjoyable to play.
You know what? I gotta take people who say they're trying to make the game more skillful. It's just cope for bad programming and bad game development. Because all of these other games that have skill, think about it, the biggest skill gap between Madden, outside of using those cheesy glitch plays or whatever, you got to actually know football and concepts and reading coverages and understanding offense and defensive looks and stuff like that. At least in shooter games like Call of Duty and stuff, outside of the aiming, map knowledge, being able to know situationally what to do, that stuff is beneficial. But how come when it comes to 2K though, oh, we're just gonna make the game controls more complicated and all these weird systems in order to gain a skillful edge instead of just being like stuff like, oh, actually knowing basketball,
Yes,
knowing when to
bro.
make the right pass,
Bro,
knowing when to cut,
yes.
knowing like what coverages to run during certain occasions, like smart plays. Like basketball knowledge matters almost zero in 2K.
No, it doesn't. Just run it. Just run a screen. Just run a screen. And if your guy is faster than
ISO,
the other
everybody get
guy,
out the way. Let me
tween,
ISO for 20
tween,
seconds. Like,
tween, step back. Like as long as you know how to do the cheesy moves and just call for a screen, it's over. You're done with. But with the other games, you actually have to know certain things about the game, especially reality of the situation of the sport in order to be good. Football is a great example, even though there are cheesy plays like you mentioned, but you have to understand coverages. While with 2K, I can game plan a coverage and the guys on my team aren't going to do what I told them to do on defense. I say, yo, I need you to sag off on X, Y, and Z. I need you to hard hedge the pick and roll. And they just don't do it. I have to manually do it myself. I have to be the big man when the CPU calls for a screen. I have to be the big man that hedges. I'm like, bruh, what the fuck? Like, I want to be the point guard. I want to be the guard or the wing that is going over the screen. And then you, the CPU, is the one that hedges. Like, it just blows my mind, man. Like 2K, like you mentioned, is the only game where you don't need to know ball in order to be good at the game. It's funny. It's really funny. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Now that you mention that, I would talk with people and they're like heavy Madden players. And you'll watch a football game and they'll be like, oh, that's cover two. Oh, that's cover three. They got to do this, that, and the third because they played Madden. Because they have to know, oh, he need to hit that seam route. He need to hit that curl route. You see how much space in that coverage? He got to read this way.
yeah, like understanding leverage in the game. The corner is playing inside leverage, and you about to run a streak. You be like, okay, I'm gonna test them 1-on-1 because I should be able to get a free release because I'm not even running on the inside. 2K, you think you about to get a free entry pass to the lane? Next thing you know, the defender just leaps across the court and makes the. I'm like, no, that's not how basketball works.
Right, and it was something else. It's like, yeah, like they also in Madden they run similar plays in real life. In real life, a lot of the plays that are run in Madden, like dagger or
Mesh and all that stuff. Yeah,
mesh, these are plays that are ran in real life. Now
real concepts in the game. Yeah,
there are some plays in 2K like floppy and I want to say horns down. There are plays in
oh my
2K that
god.
are ran in real life.
One
Horns
thing
down is
I like about
cheese.
2K, when you do run plays, the CPU does not run the play with any sense of urgency.
No, they don't.
Like it's like they're jogging. I'm like, dog, get to the spot to set the screen. What are you doing? They all you call the play and they all no, run. We in the game, run. Why are you
Especially
still sitting in
floppy.
the wing? Go to the corner. Get over. Like, what are you doing?
Especially
Like that's the one
floppy.
thing that irritated me so much at 2K. It's like the players don't move with any sense of urgency.
Nah. It is what it is, man. That's why I stopped playing the game overall because I got sick and tired of just some of the things regarding the gameplay And the fact that they don't add anything in terms of any modes that would make me want to continue to play. If the only way I'm able to enjoy the game is I'm playing with some of my friends on my park, then I don't want to play the game. Or if I have to pay to play, I don't want to play the game because that's not something that I'm going to do often. The last time I've played my park was last gen, 2K20.
Mm.
And that was the last time I played my team was 2K20 in last gen because it was the pandemic. I was at home. I was bored. So of course I'm going, screw it. You know
No
what?
fact.
Let me play 2K20. And I actually enjoyed to a certain extent 2K20 because I also played my career. But at the end of the day, it gets to a point where you get tired of doing the same thing. All right, what are you going to add to make me want to play the game more? And they just haven't done a good job at that. And I don't think I'll ever. Well, I wouldn't say ever, but I don't think. I don't know. I don't know if
I'm
I'll
in no rush
ever.
to play a new 2K. I'll tell you that much.
I don't think I'll ever be able to get back that enjoyment that I once had with 2K when it was in PS3 days or even the early point of PS4 days. I just don't think I'll ever get back to that point because it was just something different that they did. They weren't trying to always uh, make you pay money in order to get certain access to certain things like animations or even to even compete as well. So I just don't think I'm be able to get back to that point to where I'll want to play 2K year round. I'll spend how much money to get the game early and get early access to the game. I don't think I'm going to be doing that. If I'm going to be playing the latest 2K game, I got to get it on a discount, a big discount. Got to be either free or it got to be like $5 or something. Because I'm not spending a bunch of money on 2K, and
I don't blame you.
it's just dumb. And when you go to the PS store, that the past 2K games are still like $70. I'm like, what? In what world is 2K worth $70? Especially the last versions of the game. Them Jones should be like $5.
And mind you, they shut off the servers now after like every few years. So
Exactly. But when you go to old PS games that came out, PS5 games that came out years ago, like Naruto Ninja Storm or some other games, like they don't cost as much. They lower the price. But with 2K, it's like, no, we're going to keep it at $70. We're going to keep it at $60 or whatever. It's just like greedy motherfuckers. All right, let's move on to
my last take,
yeah, what were you gonna say? Go right ahead.
2K needs to just stick with one game and update it yearly. Because at this point, you're not making much graphical improvements. The gameplay changes you making are so incremental and small that you probably could implement it with just a yearly patch. And yeah, it's no point of having the folks pay $70 every year for essentially 90% of the same game with minimal tweaks and
How did you
adjustments.
feel about the WNBA and the NBA being able to play with one another? So now the players, I think it's on my team, where they can team up and play with one another. What is your thoughts on that? Because I
I
think it's
mean, that's
ridiculous.
cool, I guess, but like,
I think it's kind of silly, but I mean, it's
yeah,
cool. It is a video game,
a little
but
goofy, but you know, it's a
it,
video game,
it
so
is it is a
whatever.
video game. But I feel like to a certain extent, it's kind of ridiculous considering that, um, like I don't want to sound misogynistic or anything, so I'm gonna keep it to myself. But it's just like there's a reason why there's a males basketball and women's basketball. Like it's two completely different weight classes. I'll just keep it at that. Anywho,